What is up, YouTube? Back in Madden 23, today I'm going to be doing a what if every starting quarterback in the NFL was a 99 overall experiment. If you like Madden experimental videos, Madden rebuilds, and Madden career simulations, then you came to the right place. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like the video, say something down in the comments. If you have any suggestions for other types of experimental videos or rebuilds or career simulations, then go ahead and leave it down there in the comments. I'll definitely look at all of them, respond to them, take them into consideration, and try to make a video for them. So going forward, I did go through and I made every single starting quarterback 99 overall. As you can see, this is what every NFL quarterback's looking like, 99. All the starters for each team anyways. I gave every single quarterback 99 speed, 99 awareness, and then all the important throwing things. So throw power, accuracies, throw on the runs, break sack, play action. So those are the only ones that I touched. I didn't mess with any of the other stuff that they had, like acceleration, agility, all that stuff. So we're gonna do a one season simulation and see who ends up winning the Super Bowl. I set all the settings to auto, so every single team will be controlled by the computer. I did pick the Lions just randomly to be in control of them, but I'm actually not in control of them. And I also turned off all the injuries, all the pre-existing injuries, and the regular injuries are turned off, so that way none of the quarterbacks get injured, and that way they can play the entire season. Week 8, and we're looking to see who has the best record, and the Bengals and the Jaguars are both 6-1. And what the heck, the Ravens are 0-7. That's crazy. The Bears are 1-6. The Broncos are 1-6. The Titans are 1-5. It's crazy. I'm gonna go look at players of the week and see if any of these quarterbacks had like ridiculous games. Who won the NFC and AFC offensive players of the week from starting at week 1? It's not, I mean, those are great games, but they're not like ridiculous. They're 300-yard passers with 4 passing touchdowns. Week 2, Heineke threw for 348 yards and 4 touchdowns. Week 3, Justin Fields 225 yards passing and 46 yards rushing, and Russell Wilson had 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. Nice. Week 4, we got Matt Stafford had 269 yards, 4 touchdowns. Russell Wilson again with the back-to-back, 372 yards, 4 touchdowns. Jameis Winston 366 yards, 5 passing touchdowns. Joe Burrow 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield almost 400 yards with 2 touchdowns. Justin Herbert 400 yards with 6 touchdowns. Dang, that's nice. And then the latest week 7, Marcus Mariota 437 yards and 4 touchdowns. Joe Burrow 430 yards, 3 touchdowns. These are the quarterbacks with the most passing yards through the first 7 games so far. Joe Burrow is at 2,439 yards, leading the league. And then we got Russell Wilson with 2,200, Justin Herbert, Rodgers, Trevor Lawrence, Mayfield, Mahomes, Brady, and Mac Jones. I think they all played like 7 games. Yeah, so far 7 games. So they still have 9 more games left to go. See who had the most passing touchdowns. Taylor Heineke with 22. Joe Burrow with 19. Who has the most interceptions? Ryan Tannehill. Checking out the standings at the end of the regular season, the 49ers had the most wins with 14. The Bills, the Buccaneers, and Jaguars all had 13 wins. Then we got the Giants, Patriots, Vikings, Packers had 11 wins. The Chiefs, the Saints, Panthers, and the Cowboys had 10 wins. And then there's a few teams that had 9 wins that made it into the playoffs. I'm gonna check out the playoff record real quick, and then we're gonna go look at all the stats. But you can see the Bills had the bye week on the AFC side. And then we got the Jaguars against the Chargers, the Chiefs against the Colts, and the Bengals against the Patriots. And then on the other side, we got the 49ers with the bye week. We got the Buccaneers against the Panthers, the Giants against the Saints, and then the Vikings against the Packers. Looking at the weekly awards here, starting at week 8 where we left off, and we got Kyler Murray with 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tua had 400 yards with 5 touchdowns. Tom Brady again, Trevor Lawrence 383 yards, 3 touchdowns. We got Heineke with 300 yards, and then we got Watson with 354. Daniel Jones 283 yards, 4 touchdowns. Justin Herbert 448 yards, 5 touchdowns. Heineke with 5 passing touchdowns. Lamar Jackson 351 yards and 3 touchdowns. Dak Prescott 4 passing touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence 400 yards, 5 passing touchdowns. Trey Lance 4 passing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts 4 passing touchdowns. Davis Mills 346 yards, 3 passing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts again with 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Deshaun Watson 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. Trey Lance 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. Russell Wilson 351 yards, 4 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson for the last 2. Lamar Jackson, 176 yards passing with 2 touchdowns, 116 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns. Wow. Looking at the NFL leaders for most passing yards, Joe Burrow had 5,194. That's the most in the NFL. I figured there'd be some that got close to 6,000 since they all had 99 overall. But there's still like 5 or 6, was it 7 guys? Yeah, 7 guys that threw for over 5,000 yards. We got Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence right there, along with Taylor Heineke, who had the most passing touchdowns. Taylor Heineke with 48, dang. Trevor Lawrence with 44. Who threw the most interceptions? Trevor Lawrence with 15, and Josh Allen had 15 as well. Highest completion percentage by a quarterback that actually qualifies. Mahomes had 71%. Who had the highest rating? Mahomes 118. Trey Lance with 117. Dang, he threw 40 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Who had the most yards per attempt? Patrick Mahomes with 9.1. The longest pass was 95 yards by Tom Brady. Who got sacked the most? Josh Allen, 41 times. Figured that I would check out the receiving stats as well, since they all had 99 quarterbacks, and Cooper Kupp led the NFL in receiving yards, which he always does in Madden simulation, 1,600. Jacoby Myers with the Browns had the second most with 1,500. Who had the most receiving touchdowns? Randall Cobb with the Falcons. What the heck? How did he get on the Falcons? Christian Kirk had 16. Cooper Kupp, Myers, Deebo Samuel, and Curtis Samuel all have 14. The yearly awards, Taylor Heineke won MVP with a 7-10 record. Trey Lance was up there, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, Trevor Lawrence, and Jalen Hurts. Best quarterback in the AFC, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Russell Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson, Justin Herbert, Davis Mills, Lamar Jackson, Derek Carr, Joe Burrow. And in the NFC, it was Trey Lance that won it, with Taylor Heineke right behind him. The heck, so Heineke won MVP over Trey Lance, but Trey Lance wins best quarterback over him. Okay. Tom Brady, Kirk Cousins, Baker Mayfield, Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, Matt Stafford, Jalen Hurts, and Jameis Winston. I simulated the wild card round of the playoffs. We got the Jaguars beat the Chargers, the Chiefs beat the Colts, the Bengals beat the Patriots. On the other side, the Buccaneers beat the Panthers, the Saints beat the Giants, and the Packers beat the Vikings. I simulated the divisional round, and now we got the Bills, they beat the Bengals, and then we got the Jaguars that beat the Chiefs. Dang. So we got the Bills against the Jaguars in the AFC Championship game. On the other side, the 49ers beat the Saints, and the Packers beat the Buccaneers. So it's just the 49ers against the Packers in the NFC Championship game. And the Jaguars upset the Bills, beat them 34-21 to go to the Super Bowl. And then the Packers beat the 49ers 38-31. So it's going to be the Packers against the Jaguars in the Super Bowl. The Packers beat the Jaguars in the Super Bowl 31-28. Let's check out the stats here for the quarterbacks and see what happened. Both had pretty good games, but Aaron Rodgers had the better game. 120 passer rating, that's ridiculous. 317 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Trevor Lawrence, 100 rating. 355 yards passing with 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Looking at the season recap, like we saw, the Packers beat the Jaguars 31-28 to win their 5th Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers won Super Bowl MVP. We saw that Taylor Heineke won MVP of the regular season. Doug Peterson won Coach of the Year with the Jaguars. Zeke Elliott won Offensive Player of the Year with the Cowboys. Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year with the Rams. Christian Watson won Offensive Rookie of the Year with the Packers. Andrew Booth Jr. won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Vikings. That's going to be it for the video. I like this little experiment that I did. Let me know if y'all like it or not. Give me suggestions for other types of videos. I think I'll probably try to do this same type of video for, all 99 overall running backs starting in the NFL, receivers, maybe tight ends, I don't know, middle linebackers, cornerbacks, defensive ends, safeties. Defensive end one would probably be pretty crazy to see if there's a lot of sacks that happen, but yeah, there's a lot of these guys that they still have their 99. Some of them are starting to lose it. Down here at the bottom, a couple of the older guys, Tannehill and Cousins, and Matt Ryan's already down to 95, but that's gonna be it. I appreciate everyone for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.